From the 5-yard line, take a trace. There's Gibbs again. Got people on him quickly, but that speed being shown off here as he gets that out to about the 20-yard line. Yeah, and you know, you of course, as you watch Gibbs do this nifty move right here.
2 tight end set, 2nd and 5. Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Just watch the blocking of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brock Wright, Sam Laporta coming around the edge. They seal off that edge for Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs is the fastest running back in the NFL. There is
why? The Hall of Famer, 2nd and 2. On the toss, it's Gibbs. And he is finally brought down by Sweat. Inside the Chicago 10.
My goodness. Jahmyr Gibbs is so fast, it's almost unfair. He runs right around Montez Sweat. Still going, still going. Shakes Nashawn Wright out of his cleats.
Lost 2 games in a row. Garrett takes the football, tosses to Jahmyr, left side, gets a block to the edge, to the end zone, touchdown to the house, and the Lions are on top. That's the way you start a football game. Up 7-0 in the first quarter. Bears now. Lions from their own 45, 2:05 to go here, third quarter. They give it to Gibbs. There it goes, right side. Gibbs. Baby. 45, Gibbs, 40. Foot race down the right sideline, inside the 20, and finally shoved out of bounds. But damage done.
Brock Wright got the block. He inverted, came in, got just enough of the defensive end to open up that gap for Jahmyr.
Goff turns, flips to Jahmyr left side. There he goes inside the 35. Jahmyr to the 30, cuts it up to the 20, inside the 15. Jahmyr shaking men, getting inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Detroit. That's a beautiful run that time by Jahmyr Gibbs.
And the play design is beautiful as well. You show a heavy formation to the right, just a quick flip. Don't even block Montez Sweat. That's how fast Jahmyr Gibbs is.
The move he put on Nashawn
He didn't
Wright.
even make the move. It was almost like a stutter, and I think the defensive back was expecting a move and just kind of.
Gibbs, touchdown. What a good start for the Lions. To answer, and the Lions, who put up 52 on the Bears.
Lead blocker, an excellent job of just helping kind of seal it, and Khalif Raymond getting up there as well. If you're going to play wide receiver, not only do you have to be able to catch the football in this offense.
They pitch to Gibbs, touchdown. St. Brown, and he pitched it to Gibbs.
Morton could dial up a couple of these tonight. This is good execution. They get it to St. Brown, and then he pitches it out to Jahmyr Gibbs to get him on. He had a heck of a game plan last week in that big win against Chicago, and tonight, here on the road, a lot of questions.
To play mistake-free. Single back is Gibbs. Goff turn, gives it to Jahmyr, to the end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Monday night to start a football game, straight down the field. Goff up under center, turns, gives, Amon-Ra flips it out to Gibbs. He's in the house, baby. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, that is beautiful. Goff hands it to Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra flips it to Gibbs, and the Lions have got the lead back.
In big games like this, you need your great players.
Jarrett takes the snap, turns, gives to Jahmyr, right side, gets to the 5, Jahmyr to the 3, to the 2, to the 1, to the end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Patience of Jahmyr Gibbs to allow his blocks to set up, take a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. Look at how he blocks Denzel Ward to make sure that Jahmyr Gibbs gets in there for the touchdown.
It's something that'll allow them to have reason to believe this is their day. Looking, pumping, now throwing it underneath, got it to Gibbs. Gibbs shakes one man, there goes the 50. Owen Burks that time, who had it measured up right at the 45, ends up picking up an additional 11 yards, 13 in all. On the takes the snap, quick throw left side, got it complete. That is caught by Gibbs, picks up a block, gets to the 15, gets to the 5, to the end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions! Tesla with a block, Sam Laporta with a block, and the Lions take it to the house.
And you talking about keeping those legs moving, just a nice job of not refusing to be tackled.
Yeah, let's go, come on.
2022, they have not lost.
Here is Gibbs out of the backfield. Good throw, good stop, good move. Gibbs out of bounds near the 40. Jahmyr Gibbs is a home run waiting to happen every time he touches the ball.
Zion McCollum had a chance at him. Servassier Dennis had a chance at him. He just shook them and took off down the field. It ends up being a huge gain for the Lions. Lions now, 2nd and 7. Off on first down, hands to Jahmyr Gibbs. There he goes. Foot race, right side. You got no shot at catching that man. 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions. Yards, a bolt of lightning, and the Lions are an extra point away from doubling up their lead. He just doesn't have the strides to keep up with that man. Not many do.
You get him through that first line, and it ain't number green. The next stop for him is the end zone.
He's smiling. Last 30 yards, he was smiling.
But he was laughing to the end zone. He was laughing.
No, he wasn't.
Yes. He's smiling.
And Penei Sewell, the right guard and right tackle. Penei Sewell, he just moves people in the run game. And you don't have runs like this unless you get cooperation from the wide receivers. Khalif Raymond comes up, and the collection of those three guys, along with Sam Laporta, who secured the edge, I mean, you're not going to catch Jahmyr Gibbs.
On 2nd and 7. Spinning grab by Gibbs, and he's got room. He's got blocking. Cuts back, down at the 5. Tackled by Winfield.
At the right tackle. Look at the athleticism of this guy. I mean, he's out front. Talk about an offensive lineman out there running in stride with the back.
From the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
From the Browns 35. We already talked about Gibbs, and there he is, found a hole. There are 2 flags on the play.
Call for the tripping.
There it is.
Yeah, very clear to see right in the open field. I mean, look, if it's not that, that might have been a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, the fastest running back in the NFL.
1st and goal, 8-yard line. This is Gibbs inside the 5 to the end zone, touchdown.
There goes the run game. John Morton, offensive coordinator, said they haven't seen a run game like ours. The patience of Jahmyr Gibbs to allow his blocks to set up. Skips into the end zone, and take a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's not only a phenomenal wide receiver running routes.
Couple of Browns penalties help the cause. Lions tie the game at 7, late first quarter. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs still going. Gibbs finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 24 for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Take a look at Jared Goff. You can see some of the defenders thinking that it was going to be a wide receiver screen. Instead, it's right up the gut with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I have been just so impressed with Jahmyr Gibbs and his maturation over his years, right?
From the 46, the give to Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield, still going. Down the sideline. And finally forced out of bounds by Carson Schlesinger, the rookie out of UCLA. Gibbs picks up 22.
Just take a look at Khalif Raymond, and now he goes and gets a block on a linebacker, Devin Bush, then takes out Denzel Ward to allow Jahmyr Gibbs to get to the outside. That's the dirty work.
2nd down. Ball Goff off the play fake, checks it down to Gibbs, and Gibbs, what a reversal in the open field to get the first down. Boy, he had Oren Burks right in his face, and he went right by him.
Yeah, sometimes we talk about how fast people are, and sometimes it's just as important as how quick they can stop. And you saw that right there from Jahmyr Gibbs. It's just tremendous. His ability right here, watch him put his foot in the ground, and then north-south. Just eludes all the tackles.
The weapons that Jared Goff has to deal with, whether it's Gibbs. And Gibbs finds a crease on the outside and leaning forward has the first down across the 36-yard line. Jordan Battle finally able to drag Jahmyr Gibbs to the turf. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Little jump start as he hops his way down to the 5. It'll be first and goal just inside the 5. Battle and Stone combine on the stop after the 9-yard run.
Yeah. Watch Amon-Ra St. Brown right here. This is excellent. You know, he's going to stalk block. Go to the most dangerous man. Just wait until somebody shows up. So you're already down into that second level going against Jordan Battle. The wide receivers for the Detroit Lions.
Laporta in motion. Swing it out to Gibbs with blockers in front. Gibbs weaving through traffic. Inside the 5. Fights his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
Inside out there. We got good blocks on the outside. Geno Stone just not coming to balance as he's coming in to make it.
By Jake Browning. Everybody asking what's going on in Cincinnati, but for the Lions, what's going on is a 21-3.
Gibbs, Goods, hesitation, and there goes Gibbs in the secondary. The 48-yard line. First down gain of 50.
The motion going this way, but watch how far down the field this is happening. Look at the size of that hole. They've got nobody to fill in the backside of that, and they are very fortunate that Gibbs did not take that one.
He knows he won't have a lot of time to throw it.
Here is Gibbs out of the backfield. Good throw, good stop, good move. Gibbs out of bounds near the 40. Every time he touches the ball.
This has kind of been the Achilles heel of this Tampa defense, is when they've gotten the ball to backs, they've had a hard time corralling them and getting them to the ground. The run after the catch has created the big plays for opposing offenses against this Tampa defense, and Jahmyr Gibbs is awfully tough in space, but there's no doubt.
Second down and 4, quick snap. Wide open and now turning upfield is Gibbs. Full head of steam inside the 25.
Gibbs, so he comes out as the tight end. Ball comes out quick, and he's then leading the charge, trying to make a block. And this has just been surgical so far from not a DB.
Right up the gut, there goes Gibbs. Foot race. Winfield can't get there. Touchdown, Lions.
Adledge and Penei Sewell, the right guard and right tackle. I mean, Penei Sewell, he just moves people in the run game. And also, you don't have runs like this unless you get cooperation from the wide receivers. Khalif Raymond comes up. He's able to come up and pick off Tyke Smith. And the collection of those 3 guys, along with Sam Laporta, who secured the edge, I mean, you're not going to catch Jahmyr Gibbs. And to go back to what I said earlier about Gibbs carrying more of the water than David Montgomery, it's for those reasons.
On 2nd and 7. Spinning grab by Gibbs, and he's got room. He's got blocking. Cuts back, down at the 5. Tackled by Winfield.
Penei Sewell, the right tackle. Look at the athleticism of this guy. I mean, he's out front, and he's not able to make the key block to turn him loose and let him into the end zone. Winfield, he just kind of tuckered out by then. But talk about an offensive lineman out there. Gibbs.
Here we go.
First and goal from the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
Either we've got to convert on 3rd down or not get to 3rd down, because otherwise we're going to go up and down the field. They had 1 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They converted it. It was the only one of the drive, and they made it look pretty easy. I don't think anybody's going to be asking Johnny Morton.
3:35, he can run. Why not run behind his side?
Goff on first down, hands to Jahmyr Gibbs. There he goes.
Foot race, right side. You got no shot at catching that man. 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
78 yards, a bolt of lightning, and the Lions are an extra point away from doubling up their lead.